A ban on sweatpants at Bernice McNaughton High School in Moncton has students angry with the school's administration. They're fighting a crackdown on the school's dress code, which bans students from wearing sweatpants and pajamas to school. Several students have already been sent home for ignoring the dress code. Jillian Watts joins us from Moncton.
Yes, well, Liz, I'm standing in front of Bernice McNaughton High School, which is the scene of a heated debate between the school's administration and the students. The students and the administration are fighting over this new controversial dress code policy, which has students upset with the administration particularly over the ban on sweatpants and gym clothes.
So, Jillian, what about this dress code is upsetting the students?
Well, the dress code has actually been in effect for about 4 or 5 years now, but just a recent crackdown that the administration has had on the wearing of sweatpants has many students upset. And while the sweatpants are the hottest topic in the debate, it's brought back a lot of controversy over some of the other dress code policies, which are in fact goth-style makeup, jeans which are frayed at the hem, clothing displaying non-school related activities such as non-school related hockey teams or sports teams or youth groups, things like that.
Is there any kind of formal resistance from the students?
Well, there is a Facebook group called Where'd Our Sweats Go, which has about 550 members. And this group is basically organized by a couple of students, and they're urging students not to wear sweatpants to school. To protest this, they actually want to meet with the administration and maybe work out the dress code policy and find something that works for everyone.
Has the principal of the school said anything to defend his decision?
Well, I contacted the principal of Bernice McNaughton, Gary Wilson, to try and get his perspective on this, but he told me that the matter is closed and he doesn't wish to talk about it anymore, and he wants to put the focus back on the education aspect of the school. But he did tell a local reporter that he expects students to come to school dressed like they were coming to a workforce, and he doesn't think that that's an unrealistic expectation. They're going to be graduating soon, going out into the real world, having to wear proper clothing. And he also did tell some students that if they did come up with a valuable reason why they should be able to wear sweatpants and write some maybe well thought out essays, that he would accept that.
So there's no chance the students' opposition will be heard by the principal?
He said that he is open to debating the matter, perhaps with some concise students who will write some essays and have an opinion that is well thought out and can maybe get some feedback about a new dress code that they could work for everyone. Back to you, Liz.
That was Jillian Watts reporting from Bernice McNaughton High School in Moncton.
With snowfall amounts approaching last year's levels, one can't help but wonder if we might have a repeat of last year's record flooding. More than 1,000 people were affected by the floods of 2008, many losing homes and other valued possessions. With this in mind, are we ready for Riverwatch 2009? This was downtown Fredericton last April. The St. John River had flooded its banks, covering low-lying roads and filling basements with water. The combination of record snowfall amounts and heavy spring rains caused widespread flooding in the river valley. This year's snowfall amounts are high as well, and the few mild days we've had this month are already making a sloppy mess. Director of the Emergency Measures Organization, Andy Morton, says it's a bit early to panic yet.
That time is usually towards the end of April and early into May, and that's the time when we start to get above freezing temperatures night and day.
For now, the river is still sedate under the snow and ice, but Morton says Riverwatch 2009 will get underway in the spring, which is only 6 weeks away.
Bears, bats, and gophers. These are all animals that hibernate in the winter. What other species are in hiding this time of year? Students. Melissa Russworm has more on where St. Thomas University students are spending their time.
In the winter, many animals take shelter in caves and dens. Similarly, the students at St. Thomas University seek refuge in a lair of their own, the study lounge. If you take a look around campus, you don't see much but snow, cars, and the occasional walker braving the cold. Most students are cooped up inside. Since it's midterm time, they're choosing to hang out in study halls. Study hall monitor Ashley Charlton recognizes an influx of students at Margaret Norrie McCain Hall.
It's definitely busier around exam time, and it's busier this year, I think, now that more people realize it's here and available to use.
The lounges certainly aren't empty, but how much studying is getting done? If you look closely, you'll find students with heavy heads and droopy eyelids. Because of the quiet atmosphere, some find it hard to stay awake.
I fell asleep for 2 hours once in here.
Not usually. It usually starts studying and then transforms into an apnea.
There was a man snoring the other day, and I have this huge fear of that someday being me.
The guy was sitting there kind of laid back reading his book, and then it just drifted down onto his chest. And then a couple of minutes later I wasn't really paying attention, and then I heard him start snoring. And it was rather funny, and everyone kind of just stared at him for a minute. And then he woke himself up because he snored too hard.
Other students are choosing the study lounge for the purpose of hiding away to catch a quick nap.
Usually when I go there to study, it's usually to take a nice little nap as well while I'm reading. I'll read and then I'll fall asleep.
Of course, there are other areas on campus to study if McCain Hall is too quiet for you.
You can try studying in James Dunn or even in the cafeteria at George Martin Hall.
For Stu Journalism, I'm Melissa Russworm.
In case you didn't get enough of Matt Robertson in our last show, let's grind some more gears with Matt.
You know what really grinds my gears? It's Valentine's Day. Let me tell you, what is with that holidays? It's just a bunch of people that love each other, getting together and doing nice stuff for each other. I'm going to take you out to the movies and dinner because I love you. It's Valentine's Day. You know, all these human rights groups are contesting holidays that aren't politically correct. What about Valentine's Day? What if the singles got together and contested it? Like, this is discriminating against us. We don't have anybody to share it with. You know, maybe I'm just single and bitter, but this is a problem for me. So, what are we going to do about it? Are we going to take this, you know, all the couples walking around downtown, holding hands, lighting candles at dinner time? I don't think we should have to take that. I really feel like we should make an effort, you know, get out there and stop this. So, that's what really grinds my gears.
That's it for this edition of the Basement Tapes. Don't forget to check us out at stubasementtapes.wordpress.com.
And we'll see you after the March break.